A heartbreaking loss was Becky Lynch mourns the tragic loss of Seth Rollins. Hello everyone, welcome my channel, subscribe. No fans are in complete shock and mourning after devastating news rocked the wrestling world. Seth Rollins, one of WWE's most iconic superstars, has tragically passed away. And at the center of this heartbreaking loss stands his real-life wife and fellow WWE legend, Becky Lynch. The WWE Universe has been plunged into sorrow as tributes pour in from every corner of the industry, but none more heart-wrenching than Becky's emotional statement. Reports first surfaced early this morning suggesting that Seth Rollins' real name Colby Lopez had been involved in a sudden and tragic incident. While details remain under investigation, close sources confirmed that the event occurred unexpectedly and left family, friends, and fans stunned beyond words. Becky Lynch, visibly broken, released an emotional message just hours after the news went public. In it, she described Seth not only as her husband and partner but as her greatest inspiration, her home, and the father of their precious daughter. Her words were raw, unrehearsed, and full of grief. Becky reportedly had to cancel upcoming appearances, and insiders confirmed that WWE has placed her on an immediate leave of absence to process this unimaginable grief. The couple, who had become one of wrestling's most beloved power duos, were not just iconic in the ring but deeply admired off-screen as well. Their love story was one for the ages, starting from WWE locker room camaraderie to public romance and eventually marriage in 2021. Together, they welcomed their daughter Rue in December 2020, and fans had seen the couple grow both professionally and personally. Just last month, Rollins and Becky were spotted on vacation, smiling, relaxed, and seemingly planning for the future. In fact, Seth had hinted at a potential move into acting post-WWE, and Becky had reportedly been working on a memoir. There were even rumors swirling that the two might step back from full-time wrestling to focus more on family. No one could have predicted that such promising plans would be shattered in an instant. As news of Rollins' passing spread, the wrestling community exploded with messages of support and sorrow. Roman Reigns, Rollins' longtime friend and Shield brother, posted a teary-eyed tribute. "You were my brother. We started this dream together. I'll carry your name in every step I take." Triple H, who mentored both Rollins and Lynch throughout their careers, issued a corporate and personal statement. Seth Rollins wasn't just one of the greatest performers of this generation, he was family. "We are all devastated and heartbroken beyond belief." From Charlotte Flair and Kevin Owens to Sami Zayn and Rhea Ripley, WWE superstars across brands have shared their own emotional reactions. Many described Rollins as generous, wise, passionate, and always willing to help young talent. Backstage crews say he was the locker room heartbeat, someone who set the tone for professionalism, integrity, and pure passion for wrestling. Becky Lynch, according to close sources, has not left her home since the tragedy. She has been surrounded by close friends and family, including her daughter Rue, whom insiders say she's holding even tighter now. "Rue keeps her going," a friend of Becky said, "but there's a hole in her heart that may never fully heal." Fans have also turned social media into a memorial. Hashtags like #ThankYouSeth, #4Rollins, and #BeckyStayStrong have been trending worldwide. Some fans even held a candlelight vigil outside WWE headquarters. Others are flooding WWE Network with views of Seth's greatest matches: his Money in the Bank cash-in at WrestleMania 31, his battles with Roman and Dean, his epic series against AJ Styles, and of course, his most recent title run. WWE has announced that the upcoming episode of Raw will be a tribute show entirely dedicated to Seth Rollins' life and career. Sources reveal that Becky has been invited to make a special appearance, though it remains uncertain whether she will have the strength to do so. WWE is also reportedly working on a documentary chronicling Seth Rollins' journey from independent wrestling to global superstardom. Fans can expect never-before-seen footage, backstage moments, and heartfelt interviews from the people who knew him best. Meanwhile, merchandise honoring Seth has already been released, with 100% of proceeds going to support Becky and their daughter. WWE also announced the creation of the Seth Rollins Memorial Scholarship, aimed at helping aspiring wrestlers attend wrestling academies across the country. This loss comes at a time when Seth was arguably at the peak of his career as the reigning World Heavyweight Champion. He had recently put on a Match of the Year candidate at SummerSlam and was widely viewed as one of the top faces of the company. Fans were hoping he'd carry WWE into a new golden era alongside his wife, Becky, who herself was gearing up for another championship run. The suddenness of his death has many fans comparing this moment to the emotional impact of past WWE tragedies like Eddie Guerrero and Owen Hart. But the difference this time, many say, is the public connection between Seth and Becky, a real love story that audiences had followed and rooted for over the years. Seeing Becky now, alone and shattered, makes this loss even more unbearable for many. As fans continue to mourn, tributes are coming in from beyond WWE as well. Ace John Moxley, formerly Dean Ambrose, and another Shield brother broke character. In a post-match promo to honor Seth, he was more than a teammate. He was family. I'll see you again, brother. The wrestling world is united in grief, but also in love. Seth Rollins may be gone physically, but his legacy, spirit, and impact on professional wrestling will never fade. Becky Lynch, in her sorrow, stands as a reminder of the deep humanity behind the glitz of wrestling. Her pain is real, her tears are genuine, and the world is watching, praying, and supporting her as she faces a future without the man she called the love of my life. As the days go on, fans are encouraged to share their memories of Seth Rollins' moments that made them cheer, cry, laugh, and scream, because in the end, that's what legends leave behind: unforgettable moments and an unshakable legacy. Let this be a moment not only to mourn but to celebrate the incredible life of Seth Rollins. A father, a husband, a champion, a legend. And as Becky Lynch continues to grieve, may the wrestling world wrap her in the love she and Seth gave us for years. Becky Lynch is reeling from a devastating tragedy that has shaken not only her personal world but also rocked the entire WWE Universe. Reports have emerged that Becky Lynch is mourning the unexpected and heartbreaking loss of her husband, WWE Superstar Seth Rollins. The wrestling world is in utter shock, fans are speechless, and tributes are flooding in from all corners. It was just a few days ago that Seth Rollins was seen in high spirits during a WWE live event. He was interacting with fans, hyping up his upcoming matches, and laughing with fellow superstars backstage. No one could have anticipated that something this tragic was on the horizon. Details surrounding the incident are still developing, but sources close to the couple have confirmed that Seth Rollins passed away unexpectedly due to what insiders are calling a sudden medical emergency. While the exact cause has not been officially disclosed, there are whispers suggesting it may have involved a cardiac episode or possible complications from an undisclosed condition. Becky Lynch, also known as The Man, has yet to make a public appearance since the news broke, but insiders say she is completely shattered. The couple, who share a young daughter named Rue, were considered WWE's power couple, loved by fans, respected by peers, and admired for their unbreakable bond. Seth and Becky often posted pictures and videos together, giving fans glimpses into their loving and playful relationship. Their story was one of passion and unity. From tag teaming in the ring to raising a family, they were the very definition of a wrestling fairy tale. Now, that story has taken a tragic turn. The WWE community has come together in a massive outpouring of support. Triple H took to X, formerly Twitter, writing, "I'm at a complete loss. Seth Rollins was not only a performer of the highest caliber but also a genuine human being. My heart goes out to Becky and their daughter." Stephanie McMahon shared an emotional tribute, calling Rollins a warrior with a heart of gold. Fellow superstars have also expressed their sorrow. Roman Reigns reportedly broke down during a backstage moment after the news hit the locker room. "Seth was my brother in and out of the ring. This is unbearable," he was heard saying. Rhea Ripley, Finn Balor, Kevin Owens, and others have all gone public with their condolences, sharing heartfelt memories and moments with the late star. What makes this even more heartbreaking is that Seth Rollins was reportedly planning to take time off from WWE soon, not because of injury, but to focus on his family. He had spoken in a recent interview about how much being a father meant to him. "Wrestling is my life, but Rue and Becky are my world," he had said. Becky Lynch, a fierce competitor and champion, has always drawn strength from her personal experiences, but this loss may be too much even for her to bear. Friends say she is staying close to family and trying to shield her daughter from the overwhelming grief. A source close to Becky said, "She's devastated, absolutely crushed. Seth was her partner in every sense. They supported each other's careers, raised a beautiful child together, and loved each other unconditionally. Becky is broken." In the wake of Seth Rollins' passing, WWE is reportedly planning a massive tribute on both Raw